Feel like getting up right now, man. Damn. Wake your ass up. Wake your ass up, man. Wake your ass up. Get your ass up.
Speaker Leaguers, we in the building right now. You already know what time it is. DJ Laylo on the ones and twos. Got the team in the building right now, man. Trey Cool, host of Millennium, Big Bree with the sports. Deanna K is going to be out today. Happy birthday to her son today, man. Enjoy his birthday for him. You know what I mean? Enjoy it with him as well. You know what I mean? What's up with y'all?
Oh man, you already know,
Good
man.
morning, good morning.
Good seeing y'all, brothers. You already know it's a new week, new day. Try to make the most of it. You feel me?
What's up with you, Bree?
Yeah, just chilling, man. Grinding, just looking forward for the weekend.
Definitely, man. Well, I'm going to bring y'all that fake ass weather report that we always talk about, man. Today is cold. That's
Mm.
all I can say right now. Today is
Mm.
cold. High is supposed to be like 35, 36 degrees. The weekend is supposed to be cold. And this is supposed to be the first day of spring, for my knowledge, is what y'all told me, right?
I believe the 21st is the first day of spring, if I'm not mistaken.
Did anything change with the leap year or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, because something changed. I
Huh.
mean, in all my years of living, I don't remember Easter being in March. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Do
That's
y'all
That's
true.
remember
true.
that?
Nah, but it's crazy because Easter moves around. It's the only holiday that I know that moves around
I mean,
each year.
how can a man's resurrection day move around? I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I don't know. I got to get more educated. I need somebody to come educate me, us, in these things because I don't understand.
man, it's crazy. Um, Also today, man, uh, it marks the groundhog didn't see his shadow day. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they predict that we get these types of weathers. But I just tell them right now, man, it's Ohio, man. It's Ohio why we get this weather. Everything changes. The climate changes. Down south, it be killing me when people say, "Oh, I'm going down south to live. It's hot down there." No, in wintertime, it's cold. It might not snow, but it's cold. You know, they get that cold breeze off that ocean. You know what I mean? It be freezing down there, for real. I don't know
Yeah,
if y'all ever been down there. You know what I mean during this time, but yeah, it get cold.
Yeah, and certain areas. I mean, you go down into Miami though, it's I mean, it could get cold, but I know I've heard it's always a little bit of a little hotter down there. Up north, like Alabama, Georgia area, it gets cold.
Yeah,
well, yeah. I mean, from my understanding, Ohio weather doesn't actually truly break till April. You know, for some reason we've been having late winters. We be good all through December, no snow. December, Christmas, and barely no snow. Back in the day, Christmas used to be snowed out. So, uh, yeah, nowadays it's just the snow really don't hit until late January, maybe February, and then if that doesn't happen, as you can see, we getting snow in March. So, from what I've told, the weather in Ohio doesn't truly break until April. So, never count your chickens too
yeah.
fast.
Do y'all think that's due to the ozone layer change? You know what I mean, changing the climate.
I know climate change is real. Definitely, California's seen a lot more snow than they've ever actually witnessed over this past year. Uh, yeah, climate change is very real.
That's real right there, man. So it is Thursday. We're going to get into a lot of great topics, a lot of celebrity gossip, a lot of sports, and just speaking about what's going on around the world, around the nation. You know what I mean? Anything that we can actually come up with. But right now, we about to get into that good morning mix. Wake y'all ass up. Wake y'all ass up a little bit with me, DJ Laylo. I'll be right back. We'll be talking about something. Ain't that right? You know what it is. Good morning mix. Let's get it. Everybody out there that's jamming with me, wake your ass up right now. Wake your ass up. Let's go. Shouts out to all my peoples tuning in right now. Good morning to you. This is the wake up call. Good morning mix. Let's go. Shouts out to Lex Lou. Make sure you pick up that well connected too. Wake your ass up. Wake your ass up right now with the speaker leakers. It's going down. Let's get it. Shouts out to FB Moochie. You can't hear it? Can you hear it, Bree? What about now? Well, evidently we having technical difficulties on the music, so we just gonna get into the topics, man. Shouts out to everybody that's out there that's tuning in. We'll figure that out. Uh, it's crazy because it's up in my ears. It's going crazy in my headphones. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But we'll figure it out later, man. But shouts out to everybody that's tuning in. Today, man, we're gonna speak about a little things, man, like sports, man. We might as well go ahead and get into it. You ready with us, Bree?
I do my champion of the week. Shots out. The champion of the week is actually the high school Final Four here in the state of Ohio. We got Division One. Shots out to JP, my cousin. They'll be playing down in Dayton this weekend. He plays for the Centerville Elks. So shouts out to them. NCAA tournament this week. It's kicking off. So shouts out to the young man, who's got dreams, aspirations of winning championships, man. We got NBA. We got last night's game. The Bucks they lost to the Celtics. Man, Celtics made a statement last night. They won 22-119. Looks like the Celtics clinched the division. So their record is 55-14.
Man,
They're only one team that won over 50 games so far. So shouts out to them. They're making a mark. They trying to get to the championship this year. The Cavs went down to the Heat 104-107. The East is still a tough division. Everything's still close. The Grizzlies they lost to the Warriors. Man, the Warriors trying to stay in there at 137-116. So the Warriors still improving their record 36-32, trying to get into the playoff. I think they either ninth or 10th seed, trying to stay get in the play in. The Suns they made a statement against the 76ers 115-102 yesterday. So NBA is what it is. Getting to that playoff contention. A lot of teams are eliminated. You got the Minnesota, Portland, San Antonio, Detroit, Washington, and all eliminated for the playoffs. So, I mean, there's some teams that's trying to get in that play-in spot. So, I mean, you'll see a lot of good competition here over the next couple weeks in NBA. You
what do
this
you
week. Mhm.
what do you think about the coaching change with Milwaukee and Doc Rivers in the mid-season, and at the same time with the Cavs being behind in one game for that second place? What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, Doc Rivers got a lot of experience, especially in the playoffs. He done won a couple championships. I know he won with the Celtics, with Kevin Garnett and all them boys back in the days, maybe '06 championship. I mean, he just got a lot of experience. I mean, so I guess the owner probably wanted him to come in and change and try to keep the boys in the mix. Like that was a tough fought game yesterday. They lost to the Celtics, man, one of the best teams in the division. I mean, only lost by 3 points. So, I mean, he's trying to gear them up to, get in the playoff mode.
What you about to say, cool?
Well, no, I was just saying the Celtics is actually the best team in the division. So
Yeah, yeah.
by 10 games or so. So
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So it might not be no catching them at for real, for real. Um, who's leading
yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
what? Go
they'll
ahead.
definitely be the number one seed. That's it. But, if you could compete with them, that's where you bring in an expert coach like a seasoned coach that's actually been experienced in those type of games. Especially going against his team. He know how Boston, he know how the organization, runs their teams. But I mean, of course, it's a different coach over there. But I would say he got a lot of experience in the playoffs.
Do you I think it's more about matchups. You know what I mean? I think a lot of teams, it could be a sorry team, but they might match up with a good team. You know what I mean? So, and I think we match up well with Boston when it comes to the basketball. We don't match up well with the Knicks.
Yeah,
I think that's what it be.
yeah.
You know what I mean? On a lot of stuff like that. Uh, Speaking of that, who's leading in the West?
You got right now OKC is in the West. They 48-20, and other couple teams is right behind them. Minnesota's always actually they're like 47-20. So Minnesota was actually, they was leading the West all year until OKC made their run. So it's kind of tight over there with some young teams. So all the teams like the Lakers and you got the Warriors, the Suns, they right there. Those are some experienced teams. If they get in the playoffs, I mean, I'm sure they'll shake those. You know how it is. The playoffs is a different
Right.
atmosphere for those experienced players. They just moving through, trying to stay in that hunt. But you got like a LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, all them kids over there. They once they get into the playoff, they go in that mode. So you know how it is with them. So the superstars come out in the playoffs.
How do y'all feel
So
about the MVP race with the Thunder being number one now? How do you feel about the Joker's chances versus
Shea
GA? Uh,
Gildress,
yeah, for sure.
Alexander. I think
I mean, and
it's
also it's like kind of a two-part question because when Joker has the same type of year as his MVP year, how do you not give it to him? So it's just kind of like,
well, it's kind of in case the person is having a better year. If Shea is having a better, he can have the same MVP year, but if someone is doing better, you know what I
mhm.
mean, that's the only way to overtake. You know what I mean, to beat the king, to win, you got to beat the king. You know what I mean? So I look at him, man. He's got to be number one in my point guard list right now. You know what I mean, on all aspects because his length, he looked like a small forward playing point guard. You know what I mean? So and the things he does each night in and out is great.
what else you got, Big Bree?
What else you got, Big Bree?
Yeah, so the NCAA men's and women's tournament kickoff this week, man. Getting excited about that. The games start tonight. We had the first four. One of the games that's actually going to be played today is North Carolina. They'll be, well, they're in the West. They play Wagner today at 2:45. So check that ticket out. They're the number one seeds. You got North Carolina in the West, UConn in the East, Purdue in the Midwest, and Houston in the South. And some of the games today, you got UConn. They'll be playing. Uh, it's a Saint. I can't remember what team it is, but they got Stetson. No, that's who they playing. They'll be playing Stetson today at 2:45 CBS. Check that out. Of course, North Carolina will be playing Wagner 2:45. Check that out. We got Purdue. They'll be playing Grambling, who actually won the first four game last night. So they won
Right.
convincingly 88-81 or something like that. They'll be playing Friday 7:25, and then Houston will be playing Longwood on Friday 7:25. We got the women's Final Four that'll be kicking off tomorrow, Friday. We got South Carolina number one seed, Texas, Iowa, and USC. So that'll be Friday, Saturday. They'll start their tournament. But man, it's a lot of good teams, man. I think UConn is favored, but you got Purdue, you got I mean North Carolina, Houston. Those teams
Yeah.
are they actually in contention. They got some good records. I
It's
think
crazy because
overall,
Houston
Houston
came out
got
of
the
nowhere within the last
yeah
decade. You know what I mean?
yeah
UH came
man.
out of nowhere.
Yeah,
You know,
Houston, they got the best record coming out at what 30-4. I think it's another team that's a lower seed teams that actually has a little better record, but the lower seed teams, they get, the maybe 8, 9 seeds, coming out of small schools, small divisions. But, it's going to be a good tournament.
right. Um.
Well,
Also, man,
before we move on from the tournament,
I didn't want to move on either. Hold
go
on.
ahead do your thing then since you're not
Shouts out
moving.
to my Akron Zips. They played tonight too, man, for pulling it out. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Shouts out to them.
Akron.
This
I think they
afternoon
go
on
against
1:30.
Creighton. I think they
Yeah,
play
Yeah,
Creighton tonight. You
you'll
know
be
what I mean?
playing
Tonight.
Creighton.
So make sure y'all tap in, man. Support the Zips.
No, stop saying tonight is actually this afternoon at 1:30 p.m.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it'll
Oh,
be
it's
today. Yeah,
it's the tournament.
1:30.
You're right.
The
Yeah, yeah,
tournament starts today after 1. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
everything
make sure
kicks
y'all check
off.
out you.
Oh,
Make sure y'all support the home squad. It's a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to them boys.
Hmm
Real good basketball.
I know that them Kent State boys is sick. Did you see how they got?
Oh my!
Ooh,
Like
boy, they sick.
I've been that guy. I've been that guy.
hmm
I haven't.
I've been that guy that fouled, man. That I've been that guy. So I definitely felt his pain. I feel
But
for him.
in that particular moment,
I,
like
I
that.
did I did the exact same stupid ass shit, man.
Oh
So
man.
I definitely felt his pain. I cried like a fucking baby. I was out in Cloverleaf, like a very racist atmosphere. We down. Uh, I go ahead and I start guarding the best shooter. I'm locking him down. We come back. I'm so locked into my defense. I totally forget. I don't even know we're tied at this point. I'm so locked into my dude, and for the past 30 or three possessions or 30 seconds, we've been fouling and sending them to the line. So at that moment, I have no game awareness, nothing. Foul guy, they hit the free throws, man. Game over, man. Cried like a fucking baby. I'm trying to tell you. So definitely feel my guy's pain. Shout out to
It
him.
happens, man.
I appreciate his teammates for holding him up. Good shit.
Oh man. What did you got, Bree?
Yeah, I mean, so that was what I wanted to tap into. The Zips. They made they run. Congratulations, they did win the MAC championship over Kent State. So man, those type of moments in sports, man. Like just y'all thinking about that happened years ago, man, with Chris Webber, man, calling the timeout, man,
Yep.
national championship game against Duke. Kind of remind me of something like that. I mean, you got to be aware, but you're young, man, so it's up to the coaches to make you aware of the game situations.
Yeah.
So I mean, and those type of experiences, speaking
Did you
about why Doc Rivers is now with the Grizzlies because they want that experience. They want that coach that actually be able to tell
with
them,
the
"Hey,
with the
man, don't foul,
with the
foul
Bucks?
now." Yeah, with the Bucks. So I'm just saying, like those type of experiences, man. You got to be able to control the kids and let them know the awareness of what type of game. Okay, foul, stop, foul, don't foul. You
Yeah.
really got to stress it, man,
Did your
because
coach tell you, Trey Cool, at the
No,
moment he never filled you in?
yeah,
Then it ain't your fault. It
no.
ain't your fault
yeah,
because
so
it
that it
is on the
wasn't your
coaches to
fault because
where like,
that's
okay,
that.
this time we're not gonna foul. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing, man. It was up to your coach to tell you, let you know the situation, because you just playing ball. So don't take it to heart, because at the heat of the moment, man, you thinking like, oh, I got a timeout, timeout. Chris Webber didn't have a timeout. So things that you don't know, the coaches know. The coaches actually, the assistants should know.
Mhm.
Everything comes down to actually communication and the tight games. So man, it's a sport, and that's the thing about I love about sports is, man, is a team sport. So everybody got to be aware of every situation.
I
Man,
appreciate
So
that.
that
That was
yeah,
healing for me. I appreciate that,
yeah,
y'all, for sure.
yeah,
Uh,
man,
uh,
yeah.
Shout out to Kevin Durant,
Listen,
moving up.
Listen, I mean,
Go ahead.
it's ironic, man, because when I was in high school, not knowing, we played like in '93, man. I made a bad decision. I made a call. I made a call. I was supposed to be a cover one. I went in man. Well, I'm supposed to be in cover one man. I went in zone. I took 3 steps back, and man got hit on a loop route. We lost the game to Saint Nations. Man, years later, I goes to Saint Nations, man, and look up in the rafters, and they won the state championship in '93, the year we lost to them. And that was
mm-hmm.
like the first game of the season. We played Wash, we played Saint Nations. Wash was a preview, but they had like Mike Vrabel at Wash. I mean, them kids won a state championship, Division 1, and we played the best team in the state, and
Yeah,
lost
we
and
did.
didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? And that was the first game, and I got chewed out, man. And I had to change position. I had to change over from defense to offense, and not knowing, man, if it was up to the coach to understand that, I probably would have felt better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It took me 30 years to realize that was the best team in the state.
It was at the
Shout out to
time.
Kevin Durant, man, moving up to eighth spot, passing Shaquille O'Neal on the all-time scoring list.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to him too as well. What else you got?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big breed with sport. I mean, if y'all got something to chime in,
Oh
just
no,
looking forward for the tournament.
that was
I want to
yeah,
chime.
sure.
Yeah, I
Go
got a
ahead.
couple of things to chime in on, man. Shouts out to the moves being made in NFL free agency as well. I think we just picked up Deontay Foreman, added to our running backs for the
Okay.
Cleveland Browns. We added somebody else too. We added the linebacker Hicks. We added him to the
Yep.
lineup too, as well as Devin Bush. You know what I mean, to the to the Kings. So I'm very interested in this season right now. You know what I mean? I'm very interested in this season for real. Um,
Yeah, the Browns are making some good moves. With all the free agency, picking up Winston, quarterback. So he's decided. I never seen Winston that excited to be in the organization like he did. I seen a clip with him. Saying he really would enjoy working with Deshaun. So man, that's a good atmosphere when you got two seasoned quarterbacks that's going to really to work together,
man,
man.
oh, they also picked up Huntley. They picked up
Yeah, they did
Huntley
pick up
from
Huntley from the
Baltimore.
Ravens, man. So
Yeah, so we
man,
got four quarterbacks,
yeah.
1,000 running backs. We actually upgraded our wide receiver position. I think we got a few extra added old linemen as well. We re-signed Shelby Harris. We re-signed what's the other end out on the other end of Garrett, the new dude.
Yeah, the lineman, the
Clowney,
outside linebacker. I
What's
mean,
the other end
defensive line.
on the other
Clowney,
side? Huh?
Clowney.
No, Clowney. He with Baltimore.
Oh, I
Uh,
mean,
he played for us last year. I forgot his name, but y'all know exactly. I think y'all know who I'm
Mhm.
talking about. But
he was
yeah,
sorry, he a monster.
huh?
He a monster. I
Yeah, he
can't.
a monster, but I forget his name. I gotta look
Right,
it
yeah,
up.
that's crazy. Yeah, that's no
Uh,
good.
Also, man, shout outs to my New York Giants for doing nothing in free agency.
What was
You
the
know what I
point?
mean? They
What was
suck.
the point? What was the point
Hey,
of that? Why did you?
I just had to, man, because I really get very disappointed. I'm still a Giants fan too as well, but I get very disappointed when the front office is not acting. I don't care what team you are. You know what I mean? Especially if it's a team I like. If the Cavs aren't acting, I'll get upset. But Jesus Christ.
What was it to like about the Giants? I mean, the
Um,
uniforms
I
are
grew up in an era where Lawrence Taylor was when Lawrence Taylor's era where they was balling. You know what I mean? That
right.
86, 80,
Joe
80,
Morris,
yeah, and all them. I
Mark
grew up in that era,
Bavaro.
and this was at a time when the fumble happened with the Cleveland Browns, and I'm like, man,
AF make it.
oh man, always something was the Cleveland Browns back then. So I got hooked to the Giants while I was playing football. You know what I mean? And Lawrence Taylor gave me that attitude to play football. You know what I mean? The way he talked, his swag, everything, man. So that's how I got hooked to the Giants. You know what I mean? I've just been a Giants fan ever since. You know what I mean? But I always been a local town hero fan too, as well, man. I always want the Cavs, always want the Browns, always want any team, the Indians back then to win. You know what I mean? I love to see
Hmm.
that. Even when they won a championship here, when they won the Cavs won the championship, I was in Atlanta. I didn't get to party with my people back home. You know what I mean? I was in Atlanta at the time at the sports bar at the Hooters. I was at Hooters in the sports bar. And when they won, I'm celebrating down there, but I'm around a whole bunch of people rooting for Golden State. I'm talking my shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. But I always want the hometown to win, man. But my Giants, man, I always peek in on them, man. I'd be like, oh my God, what the fuck is y'all doing? You know? But yeah, definitely,
I'm
man.
trying to. I'm trying to hone on this report. Draymond's son. I don't believe that this is true, man. This video. They got a video circulating online through NBA Central. Central. That's how I know. It says a verified account, but with X you can pay for that. So Draymond Green's son filmed punching Demonis Sabonis' son during a youth camp held by Chris Paul. I'm not sure how true this report is. The video is kind of crazy. If it's true, I hope not.
Do they got a video for it?
Yeah, they got a video for it, man. It's on our Twitter, Speaker Leakers One. Make sure if y'all want to see it, go to Speaker Leakers One on Twitter and check the video out. Again, I'm reading the comments. I can't confirm that this is a true video of the two individuals' name, but if it was, it would definitely be a bad, a black eye on the father of Draymond Green for sure. So I hope the video is not true, man. There's just so much propaganda going on in the world. You never know what's real, what's fake. So
Yeah, that's definitely true. You know what I mean? But in other news, man, shouts out to Bree for bringing the sports to us. Other news, man, we're going to get to a little celebrity gossip, man. What do y'all think about the Mike Tyson, what's his name? Mike
Jake
Tyson
Paul.
and Jake Paul fight. Do y'all
Mhm.
think that I think Tyson, one is a two-part question. One, do you think Tyson still got it?
he
Second of
showed you.
all,
Yeah,
You see the video?
yeah, I seen the video.
yeah.
Yeah, you got
But
video.
he also fighting a person very young. You know what I mean? They probably can take a couple of them blows. You know what I mean?
He
At his
26.
age.
don't give a damn who you are.
um,
I don't care how young you are.
and what do you think about celebrity boxers fight? I mean, celebrity boxers being the main ticket in a regular,
I mean,
boxing
it's his event.
ring.
I mean, it's his event.
It's money, man.
You
It's
know,
money. You know, he getting paid a
it's
lot
entertainment.
of money to do it.
It's entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
entertainment. It's an exhibition. Man, them kids, they getting paid a lot of money, man. What the boxers are, you know, just to, put on, like, I think, Naganya and Joshua, I think Naganya made like $10 million.
but that's a real boxing fight. You know what I mean? That's a real
Yeah,
boxing fight right there. I'm talking about the main event, and it's a celebrity boxing. I think they should have celebrity boxing back, real celebrity boxing though, not like that last stuff that was on MTV, but real celebrity boxing back. But I don't think the mixture should be the main ticket. You know what I mean? Like even fighting UFC players, boxing and UFC players. You know what I mean? They ready to grapple you. You get to socking them up. You know what I mean? And it's like crazy.
yeah. But it's like whatever sells tickets, man. It's they being in most of them fights has been in Saudi Arabia. I don't know. I don't know where this one's gonna be. I think is it gonna be in Vegas? Not sure. I know it's July 20th, but man, just to get Mike Tyson on the card, that gonna bring. I just remember back in the '80s when we heard Tyson fight. Man, you pay $50 pay-per-view fight, you know, and that's just something that everybody want to see is Mike Tyson, because he's known to put on the 1 minute rounds. He'll do his thing.
Yeah, for sure. Other news, man. Rick Ross's former girlfriend Christina Mackey makes a song about their breakup. Said it
Mm.
was never about the money or the clout. Do you believe that when celebrities get married, is have you? I don't know, man, because Hollywood is kind of crazy, man. I don't think really nobody actually be in love as many times as they break up to make up and marry the next celebrity type thing. So I think it's more for publicity. Do you really believe that uh, industry relationships are real?
I mean, the ones that last, that's real.
I can say I think Gucci Man and his girls is real.
Yeah. I mean, it's always gonna be the ones that last, the ones that's just short term. I mean, maybe sometimes relationships is like, you know, if you love somebody, you're gonna stay with them forever. If both of y'all in love, you're gonna stay with each other. But if not, both person is not there and is loving each other forever, then it's not gonna work. And that's just how relationships are. A lot of people don't understand that.
But you know what
You
I'm
know,
saying? You be in Hollywood and you see, okay,
yeah,
this Hollywood star with this star this week. About a month later, break up. I'm with Christina Aguilera. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes it's a publicity stunt. You know what I mean? It's a publicity stunt just to,
yeah,
especially because you got to stay. You got to stay with content. You got to stay in the news, or they'll do something terribly bad or something just to be in the news. That's how Hollywood works for real, for real. But
man. It's regular life, man. You got people that's just regular people that's been in love for 40 years and you never get married and never cheat on you. That's same with celebrities, man. Is man, shit, I'm gonna be with this person. I ain't gonna cheat on them. That's who I'm gonna be with. That's how both parties are. And if you both parties ain't like that way, somebody gonna end up doing something that makes somebody else feel a certain way. That's just how life is. If you that type of person or that person is that type of person that just wandering eyes and curious about, dang, how that person to make me feel. That's how those celebrities are. That's how regular people are. It don't matter, what time, how much money you have. That's just the life. That's just human. It's human nature, man. We're
yeah,
mammals, man. We're a species. What I'm saying. It's just like that. Ain't nothing you
hmm
can do to change it.
yeah. Other news, man. Schoolboy Q says rappers that check in Los Angeles is stupid. They're gonna rob your dumb ass. What do you think
You
about
said,
rappers checking in? When They say, when you fly to LA, you're supposed to check in with one of the gang members, what I mean, bosses of the gang members and stuff like that. And he's saying they're stupid. The gang is gonna rob your ass for checking in because now they know you in. So, what do you think
Well,
about that?
yeah, I mean,
A lot of them check in for protection. You know what I mean? While they're in Los Angeles, or that's what check in is. When I come to Houston, I check in with rap a lot or something. You know what I mean? So you're protected while you're down there from people trying to rob you. But he's saying that they're going to rob your dumb ass for checking in with him. What y'all think about that?
well, that's the thing, man. Like you gotta face your consequences when you do anything that break the law. So if you want to rob somebody, you gotta kill somebody. Hey, you gotta face the consequences. I mean, yeah, you could take somebody's stuff that you could jump somebody. I mean, yeah, that's what you want to do, but that's what law enforcement for, man. It's everybody protect their investments, insurance. That's what it is. I mean, it's just what it is. That's why people hire security. They hire bodyguards. I mean, like I said, Biggie and Tupac, they was one of the biggest rappers in history. And even though they were protected security wise, they still lost their lives due to I would say check in. It wasn't said back then because the social media wasn't like that. But of course, Notorious Big was from New York, and he went to L.A. or Vegas to make his music worldwide or
Mm-hmm.
nationwide because that's what he wanted to do and lost his life. So, bro, like, what can you do to say, hey, I can't? You're not supposed to come here to make money. You know what I'm saying? That's just jealousy. That's just hatred, man. That's somebody not wanting you to be able to succeed in life and put a barrier on where you can go to. Nah, man, that's not what God do. God gives you free will. If you got free will to be able to go where you want, then if someone want to rob you, then that's what I gotta fight. They gotta face the consequences.
For real. What do you
It's
think,
just what it
Cool?
is.
What you, go
I,
ahead.
I ain't checking in nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I mean,
that's
like,
what I said. I mean, yeah.
I mean, especially, I mean, Cali, like, I mean, truly, like, it's cool to have connections, but it definitely, I feel like it just has to be organic because at the end of the day, you don't know these people from a can of paint, and then there's so many gangs in LA. Who's to say you didn't check in?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, yeah, man, I checked in over there. Oh, I ain't know you. I check in with you. My bad, bro. What's happening?
So basically, they telling them to check in because that's their territory,
I think it's
and
more. I think this more is pertaining to those um of a high status that actually rep or claim a particular gang. Say that if you're a blood, you know, I'm sure that the other bloods in LA will want you to come holler and check in type shit. But besides that, like again, like gangs are organized. So if you're a civilian, you're a civilian. This doesn't pertain to everybody. This situation pertains to those that claim to be of such nature, and so if you're that, we need to see you and make sure that you that.
nah, what I'm thinking is checking in is like, man, hey, it's just like, hey, in order for you to come here and make certain X amount of dollars, you got to pay us X amount of dollars in order to just
Yeah,
bridge that gap.
but that again, that doesn't. I don't believe that's going and pertaining. I don't think Justin Bieber has to check in. I don't believe. Uh, shit. Uh, Diddy has to check in. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe somebody like Game.
Nah, yeah.
You know, he don't. I mean, he's a boss in his right. So I mean, so he probably doesn't have to check in. But again, I think this pertains to those who actually live that life, claim that life, and are about that life. So
Yeah. Um, what else going on in this Lebanon? Oh, before you get to that, my fault. I'm sorry about that. Before we even get to that, I wanted to touch back on that Jake call. Sean Strickland calls Jake Paul a disgrace for trying to fight a 57-year-old man. And see, that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm at, but it is like you said, it's entertainment.
Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I don't think him being 57 that makes his hits less effective. I mean, at this stage, I mean, he has taken care of his body. He has He hasn't destroyed his body, so
You can't work out with your head.
He still looked like Mike Tyson, and obviously from the videos that he released, he actually still moves like Mike Tyson. It may only be in spurts. He may get tired quick. Who knows how this may go? You know what I'm saying? So, if Jake Paul can last 1 or 2 rounds, the fatigue may set in from Tyson. With all the cannabis smoke in his lungs, things may actually, take a turn for the worse. So we shall see though. Again, it's entertainment.
Well, I see Mike Tyson's resume, his workout resume, and I think I can't remember the timeline, but I know at 4:30 he gets up, he runs 3 miles. 8 o'clock he does some type of strength training for 60 minutes. I know 3 o'clock when noon or three something he does like 12 rounds of sparring.
Okay.
4 o'clock, he does about 2,500 push-ups, sit-ups. So
57 ain't the same 57 as it was before.
Yeah.
Ron is showing
But
you that 39 ain't the same 39 as it was before.
you're right. This guy, he still is training like he's 25, but hey, to make that type of money, man, he want to at least try to entertain the world. But once you're in entertainment, man, you don't want to hang up the gloves.
Square. Just don't let them hit you square, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
I think Tyson still can knock dude out, but he like you said, he just got to be in shape to fight the young kid, man.
But he got time, and he's actually taking it serious. So I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of scared for Paul, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's a challenge, 57 or not, man. Mike Tyson is still Mike Tyson. He still has the same hands he had 10, 20 years ago. So
probably not the same, probably a little bit less, but he's still dope.
Oh, well, go challenge him then.
No. Either way, man. What I was about to say. Either way, we anything else with celebrity news?
There's a couple things, man. It's kind of celebrity / NBA. I just like to give a huge shout out to Isaiah Thomas for making it back to the NBA after 2 years. His grind is
That's a hard thing to do, man.
He's been grinding crazy, talking to the kids and being a motivational speaker. So for him to actually get back into the G League and make a jump straight, back to the NBA after maybe 1 or 2 or 3 weeks in the G League, man, is phenomenal. It's definitely a hell of a story. So shout out to him for sure. Philadelphia Eagles Jalen Hurts heard about the passing of a rival high school player and paid for his funeral expenses. Definitely like to shine light on that as well.
Drake, shine light on that as well. Drake paid for, I think, a lady's expenses as well. And lately in the news, I have seen that too.
Shout out to Dr. Dre and shout out to Ludacris as well for receiving their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Definitely a huge accomplishment in the entertainment world. Definitely keep shining. Black excellence is on full display. Sauce Walker, man, he says $100,000 is like $10,000 nowadays. Do you guys agree?
Say that one more time.
$100,000 is like $10,000 today.
Yeah,
$100,000 that's not boss money no more. It's not.
Yeah, and I actually believe that because prices go up every year. Everything is expensive. McDonald's, man, $28. You know what I mean, for a meal, damn near. You know what I mean. So prices go up. You know what I mean.
Them celebrity, them guys, man, like the rapper guys, they go out and buy $50,000 change. You know what I'm saying? Watches. So yeah, of course, to them, because by the time they buy their expensive jewelry, if it's real, then yeah, they got $20,000 left over.
But yeah, man, it's just I think with the world prices going up, man, it makes your money shrink in value for real. You know what I mean? So
speaking of shrinking in value, man, it's a disturbing report actually, man. They say that Gilbert Arenas, he's just saying he doesn't have a problem with it, but the story is Kobe's parents are selling his rings. He says that they're broke, they got no money. You can't be mad because they're selling the rings. The money wasn't left to them. They trying to eat. That's deep.
Yeah, that's deep.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So what? The
Oh yeah, I
Kobe's
forgot.
family.
I think he left it to his wife, didn't he?
Oh no, he left the wife everything, but at the end of the day, from what I remember, the wife and the parents never had a good relationship.
Yeah.
So yeah, them being broke kind of probably makes sense, at this point. We're not gonna say broke. They're broke, maybe a different broke. So
You said Kobe's parents or his wife?
his parents, Marcelo and
Oh,
Hicks, uh,
okay.
and Gilbert Arenas was just speaking on it, saying that he's not mad about it. They're broke. They're just trying to eat. So and for them being broke, it just made me realize how are they broke when the Vanessa has got the art. She got the Kobe Bryant estate is still making money to this day. But because of the strained relationship between the parents and the wife back in the day, I guess it didn't work out
Well,
for.
it says a lot if he left all the money to the family. That makes it seem like he wasn't on good terms with his family.
No, he was. I mean, from what the report was, I don't know if they mended things later on, but it was a period of time where the father and the son wasn't speaking, and I just know that the wife and the in-laws were definitely not cohabitating. So
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Charleston White says he's gonna send Boosie's ass back to jail for threatening a promoter to cancel his show down his way. So Charleston White, man, very interesting guy, man. You know,
Now that's
he
checking in right there. Speaking of that, so you think that Charleston White didn't check in with Boosie? Now Boosie didn't want him to get paid.
well, no,
That's what.
they've been beefing back and forth. For anybody that know who Charleston White is,
Yeah.
he's probably the most celebrated snitch in America right now. You know what I mean? He tells everything, and you ain't fucking with Charleston. He gonna tell on your ass. You know what I mean?
Well, he turned himself into a comedian with it. To me,
Nah,
because
they try to brick that nigga.
Yeah, I heard the stand up ain't really too good yet.
Yeah, they tried to
yeah,
brick that
I
motherfucker
think
when he
he's still
got
trying to
caught.
hone
yeah,
his craft on that, but yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but he probably the most celebrated snitch we known ever. You know what I mean? But I guess he had a show down there, and Boosie like, hell no, get him out of here. And he talking about, I'm gonna call the police on you next again. So that's a little different, you know what I mean? But
They,
Mm.
they say that the YSL trial may last to 2027
god
because,
damn,
of the witness list. If they don't choose to limit it, it can actually last all the way until 2027. Um, in speaking on that, Young Thug's lawyer, Mr. Steele, says that he is ready to die about his client. So, uh,
man,
yeah. From what I understand, this is a new lawyer. I believe the last lawyer actually got taken off of the case because of some situation. I think they got arrested, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, this whole trial has been
it's crazy.
a
This is the
story within
most
itself.
craziest trial I've seen ever. I think ever. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. It's been a lot of twists and turns for sure. Gunna has continued to stay afloat after his release and after all the backlash concerning his statement in the YSL trial. He's still actually continuing to shake the charts and break records, and his YouTube is going crazy. So, I actually just did a new song with Offset, so I'm not sure. I haven't heard any backlash about Offset, because not Kanye, but Kodak Black actually had a lot of backlash when he did a song with 6ix9ine. So
Yeah.
I haven't seen the same reaction for Offset by doing this particular feature with Gunna. So it's just interesting. You, the music is fire. It's crazy. I don't know. The Young
Mm.
Thug's dad said that Gunna ain't had nothing to do with none of that. I don't know. I don't know. He's still repping Jeffrey at his concerts and his shows. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, man, I want to give a rest in paradise to Fat G's. He was gunned down. I think today or yesterday or something like that. Uh, Noticed the car idling in front of his apartment moments before he made a phone call, and they drove by and shot him. You know what I mean? So rest in peace to him. Also, man, dummy of the day has to go to the lady in I think it was in Cleveland where she went on vacation and left her 2-year-old child
Oh
at
yeah,
the house by themselves.
yeah.
Came back, child was dead. Told the police that she woke up like this, and they caught footage of her. And the judge gave her life without parole.
Yeah, it was yeah, that
That's sad.
that I want to say it was deserving. It's just it's hard to say that, because you know what jail is and the atmosphere, but to to do that, to go on, you're out the country. The baby is by itself in a crib. You're out the country. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That the decisions that we make as human beings sometimes.
How do you even make that decision? Like, it's like, man.
Well,
Uh,
let's just say she won't have a chance to make it again. So,
yeah.
but unless because they say it's about 20%. My math may be off, but 20% of women incarcerated get pregnant. So
Yeah. Also, man, shout out to the dumbest person of the day. A lady actually was working for a school, man, accepting money for cancer victims and robbed the cancer victim volunteer money. Like, I just think like,
That happens quite
I'm gonna
often,
do
though.
that today. You know what I mean? Like, how? You know what I mean? Just how?
um,
Yeah, people just they take advantage of
no,
situations to make money. It just, I mean, she you know she could have just went to a bank and did. You know what I'm saying? But
Cancer victim.
it's crazy how people just take advantage of certain scenarios.
Yeah.
speaking of bank, man. Let me get the ages correct real quick for you guys, man. Oh, there it is. There it went. Okay, here we go. Kids age 11, 12, and 16 were arrested by the FBI for allegedly robbing a Wells Fargo bank in Houston. Two of the boys' parents turned them in after the FBI released their picture. Are you that parent?
Wow.
Are you that parent?
Uh,
I mean, if you know
it's
your kid did something that's going to be a detriment to your life, or to theirs. I mean, you want to protect them, you want
you
to
know what's
protect your
crazy.
kids, but
You know what's crazy. In some sense, I'm all out for my kid. You know what I mean? I'm all out for my kid, whatever happens. But then again, as a parent, you thinking like, damn, they can shoot this guy. You know what I mean? They can
yeah,
kill my kid. You know what I
right.
mean? Also, you're looking at it as he's still a juvenile. So at 18, you know what I mean? If he do what he does now, he's not an adult. He's not getting adult treatment.
I'm just not realizing what I even said. 11 and 12, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
Like what? I didn't what the
that's that.
yeah, that's
11
crazy.
and 12.
I had 16. Okay. You don't took your
Oh,
12 and
shit.
11-year-old cousin with you.
We're gonna run in here. You jump on the podium.
Yeah.
Lay it
Speaking
down. They see too many movies, man. But
speaking
go
of
ahead.
each and every Thursday morning, man. Good morning, mix. It's been a pleasure for sure. Are we still rocking, or we got about 6 minutes left, or is that how's it?
No, actually, it's 10:59.
Oh, okay. All right. So I know we've been on for 54. We got like 6 minutes on the hour side, so I don't know how you wanted to do it.
Yeah. No, we cool. We
Okay.
cool.
All right. Well,
Uh,
do your
D-
thing.
DJ Laylo, DJ LAYLO 330. Find me on all social media platforms. Speaker Leakers Worldwide. Tune into that. Also, rock the crowd, man. We got a new DJ show going down for all our DJs. Make sure you tune into that with DJ Tosh Beats. Bree.
Got Breland Harper on Facebook, Breland Harper Sr. on X, and Big Brio 2 on the ground.
TREK will get to know me as well. Speaker Leaguers _ worldwide. That's on IG. Speaker Leaguers 1. That's Twitter. Check us out everywhere you can find a podcast, Spotify, Apple Music, and more.
You already know what it is, man. What Deanna K say?
Drink water and mind your motherfucking business.
See ya.
Feel like getting up right now, man. Damn.